Okay, I think we are live, which is wonderful. Let's just do a quick tech check a moment, bear with me. Make sure I'm in the right page. Turn the sound off on my tablet, don't want to hear that. Okay, let's turn the sound off on here as well. Don't want any ping pong text and stuff coming in. Let's get rid of that, there we go. Right, now let's have a look and see if we're in the right place. Yes, we are, wonderful. Right, let's just bring my tablet a bit closer so I can see the comments as they're coming up. That's better. That's better. Okay. Oh, and we've got a couple of people joining us. Wonderful, wonderful. So if you are just joining us, then do say hi in the comments so we know who's here. I know there's a couple of people going to be watching on replay. So welcome if you're here in the room, and welcome if you are going to be watching on the replay as well. And equally welcome if you're joining us from YouTube on the replay as well. But yeah, if you're here live, then do say hi in the comments so that I know who's in the room. And if you, when you're saying hi, if you can tell me if you're crafting or not as well, that would be amazing. And then it'd be lovely to know who's going to be joining me and crafting along. How is everybody today? Hi Audrey. Wonderful. It feels, this afternoon it's felt a little bit warmer here. Finally it feels almost a bit like summer. Almost. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, amazingly. Not quite sure how long that's going to last, but at the moment looks good. Sally and Sally's crafting, and Audrey's crafting too. Hi Sally. Fabulous. Oh, that's good. That's really good. That's great news. Okay. So if you happen to have come across us by chance, you were scrolling through Facebook and up we popped, then you're very welcome. Please do join us. And why not consider joining us next month? So our monthly craft clubs are 4 projects. I send you a kit in the post with all the bits and pieces that you need, minus the glue and any stamps and inks that you can use at home. Or if you want to just add sentiments when you get to that point using peel-offs or something, then you're obviously perfectly entitled to do that too. Hi Mum, hi. Well, Grandma is saying she's here, Evelyn, but I'm not sure she's in the room here. She might have just put her I'm here on the wrong post, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm sure she'll pop up in a moment. Yeah, so if you want to join us next month, or any other month for that matter, you would be very, very welcome. We'd love to have some more people crafting along with us. It's just £11 for your kit in the post and the live crafting, and you get a raffle ticket as part of that as well. If you post photos of your makes at the end of the evening or before Sunday night, then you also get to go in the postings raffle as well on Sunday night, when there's more goodies to win too. So that's cool too. Brilliant. Okay, so let's start the evening with the news and the updates. I've got it all written down, I'm afraid, so you'll have to excuse me reading it off my notebook here. So what's the news? Okay, so in August, so starting from next Tuesday, all the kits are going to be on sale. So you can only find our kits by going onto the website, and you can get to that through my shop. You can find the link in the Facebook page, or if you go onto my blog, papercraftwithjenny.co.uk, then you'll find the link to the shop there as well. Some of the kits are going to be up to 30% off, so now's a great time to start thinking about maybe buying some presents and stashing them away for creative friends and family, or as Evelyn and I are planning to do, we're going to be taking a kit with us when we go on holiday in a couple of weeks' time. We always do a bit of crafting on a rainy day in the caravan, so we'll be taking something with us as well. So great for travelling too. Also during August, we've got new online can't even say it, new online exclusives. So as you might guess, these are products that are not in any catalogue. They are only online via the shop. There are a couple of Christmas sets as part of that as well. So I thought I would show you one that I've already purchased. In fact, I'm going to show you 3 bits that we're going to be using for Christmas crafting. So the first little taster is this beautiful red spotty ribbon. So it's real red and it's got gold spots, gold shimmery spots on it. So that's one of the items like that. This is one of the stamp sets that we're going to be using. I know the words are backwards. It's called Trucking Along. What I wanted to show you was the images. So you get these cute little flatbed trucks, and then you get an array of things that you can put inside the back of the truck. So we've got a Christmas tree that is a double stamping. So you've got the main block colour and then the outline of the tree leaves and things. You've also got presents you can put in the back of the truck. There's some little plant pots, trees, flowers, all kinds of bits and pieces that you can put in the back. And there's even some, you could use this set ongoing as well, because you've also got some palm trees. So if you're sending cards to friends and family that are abroad, then you've got some palm trees that you can put in, but also you can turn it into birthdays and other holidays as well if you like. The best thing about this set, and what prompted me to buy it, is it comes with a punch. Yoo-hoo! So yeah, we've got a punch for the little truck, and you punch out the main truck, the hubcap of the wheels, the tyres, and then I think that is the window upside down. I'm pretty sure that's the window upside down, so the window of the cab which goes there. So really, really cool. And we're going to be using that as part of one of our Christmas makes, definitely. Okay, so that is the online exclusives that are starting in August, and they're all while stocks last. So just go and have a bit of window shopping around the online shop and see what there is. What else have we got? Sweet shares. I know that you're all loving the sweet shares that we're doing at the moment, so I'm doing a different one every month out of the main annual catalogue at the moment, but we will start to look at doing some sweet shares in the mini catalogues as they come up throughout the year. So the sweet share for July, so only until Monday, is the daisies, fresh as a daisy, which I've sent lots of posts about that and lots of emails about that, and there's photos of fresh as a daisy, the sweet share, what you get in the sweet share in the Facebook page as well, so feel free to kind of scroll back. I'm freezing up. Okay, I think it might just be you, Audrey, so you might have to go out and come back in again, if that makes sense, because I'm not freezing up on my second screen here, so I'm hoping everybody else is okay, but if other people are struggling to, do let me know. And then, yeah, so that's the sweet share for July is daisies. But from Tuesday, obviously, we're going to be moving into August. Can you believe it already? And the sweet share for August will be what we're using tonight. So it'll be the Zany Zoo. I think you're going to absolutely love it. The Zoo crew, they're a fantastic bunch of little characters. And I will show you all of the papers, so you'll see what you get in a moment as well. So that's for August. Couple of other last bits of news. Christmas is fast approaching, apparently, because today I got to look at our Christmas catalogue online, and well, I'm completely in love with it. I think it's amazing. It's got all my favourite colours, all my favourite themes for Christmas, nice and traditional, but also lots of cool and quirky little things as well that I just absolutely love. I'm absolutely buzzing already just from having a look at it today, with ideas ready for workshops and things. So from Monday, I'm going to be advertising the Christmas extravaganza, which is the all-day in-person Christmas crafting at Buscott. That is by far my most popular workshop that I run throughout the year, whether it's online or in person. That one is the most popular. It's going to be available to book at the same price as last year. I'm holding my prices because I know how nice it is for us all to get together, but we don't want to spend the earth to do that. So I'm holding my prices. It'll be available to book from next week. So do let me know. Your place is not confirmed unless you have paid. Last year I was oversubscribed and I had to send some people away. But this year, if you haven't paid, your place is not booked, because it will be first come, first served up to my maximum number. And once I reach my maximum number, that's it. I won't be taking any more, because I want everybody to have an amazing day. And if it's overcrowded, then and you're fighting for sets and stuff, then it's a struggle, and we don't want to do that. And I don't want to have to buy duplicates of stamp sets and ink pads and things, because we've got too many people. So yeah, that will be available to book from next week. So maybe if you've got a gang of you that want to come over the weekend, have a chat, decide if you're all coming. The save the date has been in the emails for the last couple of weeks, so do have a look at the save the date. And also there's been a post in the Facebook page as well, so I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but if you scroll back you'll be able to find it. And I have a question as well. So while you're having a craft this evening, have a think. When would you like to start making Christmas projects? When do you want me to start including Christmas projects in Coffee Club and Monthly Card Club, or showcasing them online on the blog, where you've got links to how to make things and stuff, and tutorials and things? When is too early? When would you like to get going with some Christmas crafting? Let me know so I can hopefully meet your need. Because as I say, there are absolutely tons of things in the Christmas catalogue this time that I really want to share with you. So I'm itching to get going as quick as you like, really, as early as you want. And those products will be available for customers from September as well, so from the beginning of September. Audrey, sounds like you're struggling with the internet tonight. I hope that everybody else is okay. I can't see any other comments about sound or freezing or anything. So I think possibly it might just be yours. I'm not sure. And the only way I know to do that is the turn it off, turn it on kind of trick. But yeah, so hopefully everybody else is okay. Okie dokie. Right then, let's get crafting, shall we? Okay, I'm just going to, if you just bear with me a moment while I turn the camera around, get some lights on and things, and then we'll get crafting. So, you can say hello to Evelyn on the way by. As usual, she's in front of me. Oh, there we go. Hello, Evelyn. Hello. Let's get that down. Let's have some lights on. Get all my array of lights on. There we go. And hopefully be able to see a bit better. Let's get the ring light down as well. There we go. That's better. Okay. Right. Let's just move the camera this way a little bit. So. Just so I can get everything in shot. Move it up there a bit more. Get the papers out of the way for a moment. I will show you the papers in a moment, I promise. But I just want to start with showing you where this product suite is in the catalogue. So this is obviously our current annual catalogue. So the big catalogue, the big book that we have that lasts all the way through till April next year. So we have it for a whole 12 months. And this collection that we're using tonight is called the Zoo Crew Suite. And you have the Zany Zoo bundle, which are these gang of little creatures here. And there's also dies that cut all the little animals out as well. And as usual, the dies also cut out some of the animals in the papers as well. So that's really helpful. Also cuts out things like the trees in the papers and other bits and pieces too. And then you've also got the Zoo Crew designer series paper, so patterned papers, and that's what we're focusing on tonight because they really are very cute. And I have to be honest, when I opened the catalogue and saw these pages, it's pages 46 and 47 by the way, in case you want to have a look yourselves, it didn't immediately jump off the page at me. I thought, oh, they're cute, that's fun, and then kind of turned to the next page. But when I got the papers, when I decided actually I'd seen other things that other people had made and thought actually I think I quite like this actually, I then got the papers out, and what I did not appreciate is that the papers are themed. So I will show you what I mean by that. Let's move that one out of the way a moment. So I've got all of the 6 different sheets here, I think I've got all of them. I think I might have a couple of duplicates even. And I just wanted to show you what I mean by themed. So this is the first page, and you will have kind of a slice of this page in your kit. But this one is all about parties. So you've got bunting, balloons, presents, birthday cake, the poppers and things. But all the little creatures have a birthday theme to them. And because these are black and white, and we're actually going to do a bit of this in a moment, you can colour them in as well. So the ones that are not coloured in, like the elephant and the raccoon, I think that is, you can add extra colour if you want to. You don't have to leave them black and white, obviously. And then they've all got black and white, just hand-drawn images on the back. So a different array of spots and stripes and stars and different things. So the first theme is birthdays and parties and celebrations. The next theme is kind of travelling out and about on wheels. So we've got the crocodile on his bike, the scooter, we've got the rabbit on the push scooter, the roller skates, we've got a unicycler. So all kind of on modes of transport, this sheet. And Sally's bean colouring. Oh, wonderful. That one's got zigzags on the back. Then we've got the musical sheet, and I love this one because it's covered in musical notes as well. So as we're going to do, I've used the little turtle with the musical notes around the outside, but we've got an accordion, we've got a banjo, I don't know if it's tin whistle by the look of it, the bongo drums, all kinds of things. So you've got a musical sheet as well. And don't forget, in a full set of these papers, you get 2 sheets of each of the different designs. Then we've got the arty crafty sheet, which we obviously all love. So we've got the reading bear, cooking, knitting, doing a bit of yoga or something there. I'm not sure, meditating of some kind. We've got the arty hedgehog, all kinds of things in that one. Then we've got ballet dancing. So Evelyn and I were having a chat just before we started. We think this little white one is a cat. We think it's a cat. Might not be, but we think it. We view that one as a cat. And then you've got tiger, hippo, a reindeer, and a sheep. So they're really cute. And then this one, I think I fluctuate between which is my favourite design, but I think this is my favourite design. No guesses for why, really. But I love the camping and hiking page. So we've got the lion toasting marshmallows, little guy with his binoculars. We've got the hiking pig. But you've also got these little trees and these little mountains that you can cut out as well. So they're really cool too, and they've all got some kind of black and white design on the back. So this one has flowers on the back, which you can colour as well, and we will do that tonight. So there you go. So that is all the different designs. Like I said, I wanted to share it with you because, to be honest, I hadn't really twigged that it was a different theme on each page of the paper, and you get 2 sheets of each theme in a full pack. So in the sweet share, you will get half a pack. So you will get 1 sheet of every different theme and design. So yeah, have a look at that when it comes out and you'll see. Okay, let me show you the cards, what we're going to be making tonight. So we are going to be making, first up, we're going to be making the lion toasting his marshmallows in the forest with those coloured flowers that I was talking about before. We've got some ballerinas, some ballet dancing going on, and I've got a technique to show you for colouring the backgrounds as well. So colouring these sheets in a kind of big way rather than just hand colouring the flowers. We've got the little raccoon going to the party with his balloons. and some of the ribbons that also come with a suite. The ribbons, you get both these ribbons in a pack of ribbon, not one or the other. You get both of them, so that's cool. And then this one, as I said, I've got the little singing turtle. Wanted to use those beautiful Countryside Inn dies again. So you've got a shaped card base that we're going to be using. Okay, so first up, we're going to be using the lion. Now, word of caution with these papers, you're going to need to cut them in half, some of them, or sometimes maybe 2/3 and 1/3. I'll give you measurements, but you need enough paper to do the background as well as cut out your favourite little creature from the other side. So you're going to have to flip them back and forth to see which creature and which end are you cutting off, to make sure you don't cut your favourite little creature's head off or anything, okay, if it's one you want to use for this card. So first things first, you need your lemon lolly card base. I think I have that one. Yeah. Thank you. So you've got a lemon lolly card base. This is one of our new colours for this year with the colour refresh. It's already scored. You can fold it in half and then grab your bone folder, she says. There we are. There's my bone folder. Grab your bone folder and just crease that. So you've got a nice sharp crease down the side there. Okay, so that's first up. Then the next thing you need to do is to get your flower paper and make sure you don't cut your lion's head off in the process, or whichever creature you decide you're going to use, whichever other animal you want to use. So I've got my ruler here again to remind me of the measurement, but the length of flowers that you need is 13 centimetres by 8 centimetres. So let me write that down on the side of my paper here. So this is for the, let's go, yellow lion card. You want it 13 centimetres by 8 centimetres. Let me just do a check on the measurement there, which is, we'll have to look on here. Let's have a look. On the scoreboard, 13 centimetres is 5 1/4 inches by 8 centimetres is 3 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so that's the measurement you're looking for your flowers, your card base, patterned paper base. Okay. Now, the next thing to do is, if you will have in your pack a die cut border shape, scalloped border shape, thank you, this one here. And if you line that up over the top of your patterned paper, so put that in the middle of your patterned paper, then you'll be able to see which flowers are going to show round the edge. Because rather than spend hours colouring all the flowers that are underneath your plates that you're putting your lion on, you don't want to do that. Just put your piece of green scalloped and stitched frame in the middle of your flowered paper, and then just colour the flowers that are around the outside. You don't need to colour every single flower that you've got there, okay? There's lots of little midges and flies and things flying around today, so I apologise because some of them are getting in front of the camera, which is very annoying. They're attracted by the lights, I expect. Anyway, so you're going to need your lemon lolly card base, your little piece of green stitched scalloped frame, that piece of patterned flower paper. That is, there we go, I'll show you what Evelyn's done with her. So she's just coloured the orange bit so far of her flowers. So if I put this scalloped piece over the top, look, you can see the flowers that she's missed in the middle. And when I put the scalloping over the top, it just shows the ones that she's coloured, which is exactly what you want. And then you'll need a lion or something similar, whichever animal you're going to use. And I've cut out some trees as well and stuck a little sentiment on it. So what I've done in terms of colouring on mine is I've coloured the flowers, as you can see, and I've used the watercolour pencils. Evelyn, can you pass me the, thanks. So I've used our watercolour pencils. They are super soft and very easy to blend. We've got 2 different packs, so you've got an array of different colours that you can use. I've used pumpkin pie orange for the flowers, and as has Evelyn, and what did we do for the middle? So we've got Daffodil Delight yellow in the middle, and then finally Old Olive green for the leaves. So that's what I've got around mine. They're really soft though, and you can then blend them with water, you know, with an aqua painter or a paintbrush if you want to. So those are the bits that you're going to need to get you started. And I'm afraid I'll apologise straight away that obviously I was not going to sit here and die cut all the individual animals for you. So there is fussy cutting to do tonight, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. So let's have a quick recap. Step 1, folding and scoring your card base. Step 2, colour those flowers that are around the outside, and your flower piece needs to measure 13 centimetres by 8 centimetres or 5 1/4 inches by 3 1/8 of an inch. It's just so that you get a little bit of a lemon lolly border around the outside basically. And then once you've coloured your flowers, you can stick that piece flat down onto your card front. And then the central layer is the lemon lime twist, scalloped and stitched frame with the lion toasting his marshmallows in the trees in front, so they've been fussy cut out. And I have actually, you probably can see, I've actually coloured the lion's mane as well using those watercolour pencils, and the little bit of fluff on the end of his tail as well. So it just gave a little bit more colour to the picture. And then add a sentiment. So let me show you which stamp set my sentiments came from as well. So all the sentiments that I'm using tonight all come from Sweet Songbirds, from that stamp set, because they just gave me, it was the kind of sentiments that I wanted for these cards really. So this one's got, you've got something to celebrate. And then what other sentiments have I used on those cards? I've got the congratulations, which is that little one at the top there. And I've got it's your special day for my ballerinas. Yeah. And then I've got one card that I haven't attached a sentiment to, so that I can add it at a later date. But initially I chose this stamp set because I was thinking that the little notes would go well in the trees, and the the bird images and things, and the little flowers would work well. But actually I didn't need any extra stamping because the papers are so lovely, they're so easy to use. I didn't bother to add any extra stamping, so I just used the sentiments instead. So yeah, sentiments are all from Sweet Songbirds. That's the one that I've chosen to use. So how's everybody getting on? How are the crafters? Are you colouring in your flowers? Or are you super speedy? Perhaps you're not using watercolours, you've used markers or something, so it's a little bit quicker. Yep, oh, we've got some thumbs up, brilliant, that's good. Okay, well, while you're fussy cutting and colouring and things, I will, let's put that one over there, and I'll get some raffle prizes out to show you, shall I? That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Okay, we have, as usual, 3 raffle prizes. So going along with the kind of outdoor theme, I've got one more pack of the Farmyard papers. They are called Day at the Farm Designer Series papers. So, and again, you've got loads of animals to cut out. It's just that these are farm animals on this pack. So I've got a pack of that paper. I've got, to go along with the theme of the lemon lolly, I've got some stitched with silver lemon lolly sheer ribbon. And I've got something different tonight. I've got one of our clear blocks. Clear block letter A. This clear block is fantastic. You know how you get little tiny stamps in a lot of stamp sets that are like a single flower or some raindrops or some stars or just something that often, personally, I often struggle to stamp, or even a small sentiment actually, like this one. You've got something to celebrate. That kind of, that sort of size sentiment. And often I struggle to kind of ink it and stamp it without making a bit of a mess, to be truthful. So I've just discovered these smaller blocks in our kit, and I thought they're just so brilliant that I would share one with you. So we've got some patterned papers, the farm papers, lemon lolly ribbon, and clear block A. So let's have a raffle ticket. Hopefully you've found your raffle ticket in amongst all your papers and things as well. Ooh, we've got piled up together. Mix them up in a minute. Right, so the winner is, the first one is 234. If you're number 234, let me know and I can stick your name on it. And do tell me obviously which prize you would like as well. Meanwhile, I'll try and get some tape. Can't get the tape off. No, I'm trying to pick it a bit that isn't the end, I think, is the problem. Right, Evelyn, we'll have to swap. Can you find the end of that tape for me, please? And I will show everybody. Oh, Mum's not got a raffle ticket. Oh, I know why that is, Mum. You had my pack, didn't you? Because you came late. Do you know what? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll find another one and I'll add it in for you with your name on it instead. Okay, that's Evelyn's. There we go. As always, she's not putting sentiments on hers. Audrey, it's you. Wonderful. So, Audrey, which of the prizes would you like? And while I just find Mum a raffle ticket a moment. One down here somewhere. Right, there you are, Mum. I'll make sure it's on the right side as well. Look, the papers, no problem, Audrey. Right, I'm going to put Mum, look, down the side there, and I will fold it exactly the same as the others, so there's no cheating or anything going on here. And that'll be the same as the rest of them. They are there's a few that have got stuck together by the look of it, so we'll unstick them as well. There we go. Right, okay, no problem. Right, Mum, you're in the raffle for next time. The next one that we pull out. Right, Audrey. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. That's brilliant. She's unravelled the tape for me as well. There we go. So, papers, Audrey, they are all yours. Got glitter all over me. You're covered in glitter now. Yeah, that's from this glittery. I've got some very old glittery washi tape, which is what I always use to stick the names on. Right, we'll have another raffle prize in a moment. Okay, so Evelyn, you can have that one back. Thank you. Brilliant. Okay, so how's everybody getting on? Everybody ready to move on to card number 2? You might not get through all the fussy cutting or all the sentiments tonight. You might have to do a bit of that later, but I do want everybody obviously to get the idea of the kind of basic structure of each of the cards and any of the techniques that we're going to go through as well. Yeah, oh, got some thumbs up. Wonderful. Oh, that's really good. People keeping up. That's brilliant. So yeah, you might have to kind of put a card aside and then work on the next one. So you might have lots of half-finished ones by the end of tonight, and then you can go back and cut all your animals out at your leisure, or choose, or your sentiments or whatever. But right, let's put that one to one side then. That's number 1 done. Fab. Okay, so number 2 is going to be this one. And the main bit that I'm going to show you from this one, because again, you can fussy cut your animals at your leisure, your ballerinas. But the main bit that I'm going to show you is how you get this this background from the black and white papers. Okay, so the first thing you need is your Pool Party Blue card base, and you need to score it it's scored, sorry, already. You need to fold it in half and crease that again with your bone folder. So should already have a crease in it. Let's just bone folder that one. There we go. So we're starting off with a blank card base. And then the piece of patterned paper that you're going for has the ballerinas on the one side and these kind of rows of dashes on the other side. Okay. Now I've got the paper on an angle. So what I would suggest you do is that you decide which characters, either from the top of the sheet or from the bottom of the sheet, that you want to go with, that you want to use. And then you need at least the length of the card in patterned paper left over that you're then going to use as the background. Okay, so you need at least the length of the card. And the width of that piece is, it's 3.5 inches or 9 centimetres wide, that piece. So let's call this the ballerina blue card. Is the width of background is, what did I say it was?
9 or 3,
what did I say? 9 centimetres or 3.5 inches. Yep. Okay. If you absolutely love a character and you can't bear the thought of chopping him off, then obviously you could use a different background, or you could make your background piece of paper smaller. So you could either put it on straight so that it perhaps goes down through the centre of the card, or you could just make it a square in the middle if you wanted to. It depends how kind of in love you are with the characters that are on the other side, really, and which ones you absolutely can't bear to not cut out, if you know what I mean. Okay. But once you've decided and you've cut your piece of paper to the right width, so let's just trim this piece down a minute. Then I'm going to show you how you colour it. So we'll go with 9 centimetres, 9 centimetres wide. Okay, Evelyn, that's your card base, isn't it? So in order to colour it, what I've done is I have used the Pool Party ink, and I've used a blending brush. There's a surprise, it's one of my favourite tools. So I've used the large blending brush for this so that you can cover a large area fairly quickly. The only downside with using a really light colour like Pool Party is you do need quite a lot of ink and you do need to blend it very well. So I'm going to go over the top of the ink pad, getting plenty of ink on the brush, and then just going for it actually from the middle rather than from the edge, because I'm going to really try and cover the paper as much as I possibly can. And you just have to keep going back to the ink pad and loading some more ink and just keep going with it. Just keep going and keep going and keep going, okay? So I'm just going to pass that over to Evelyn, as that is actually hers that I am kind of doing for her, which is a bit rubbish, really. Hopefully you can see even just those couple of bits has added some colour, but I've still got quite a way to go, really, to make it as dark as I want it to be, so that it really tones in nicely and coordinates with that base card. So just keep going with the blending. If you don't want to blend, obviously you can colour using watercolours. You can use an aqua painter with the ink pad itself, and you can just add some water to the ink. You remember how we've done that before, where you squeeze some ink into the lid of the ink pad, and then you can use a paintbrush and water or an aqua painter to just add a a wash of watercolour across the papers. You can do it with any of them that have got black and white, obviously. Just be careful that you don't crease the paper while you're going, because once you get kind of into blending or into watercolouring, you just have to be careful that you don't tear the page as you're going along. So make sure you've kind of really got the paper firmly down, and probably the best way is to turn the paper around when you want to do the other end of the sheet or something like that, so that you're in control of the paper, because you don't want it to start tearing or snagging at all as you go along. But just keep blending and keep layering that colour up until you get the colour that you want. I mean, you could colour it obviously using markers or Stampin' Blends or alcohol markers, or probably even watercolour pencils. It's just going to take you a lot longer. And if you're using a pen of any description, you're going to get a much bolder, brighter colour. So just need to have a think about, maybe do a little test patch in an area that you can cut off, or with that little strip that you cut off, perhaps something like that first, before you kind of definitely commit to using pens. But I have to tell you, it'd be good if you could see what Evelyn's doing now, because she's making an excellent job of covering the colour really quite quickly, actually, and getting quite a depth of colour, so that's really good. And then once you've got that coloured, I'll show you how I laid it on top of my card base in order to get that kind of diagonal look to it as well. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit patchy either, that's also perfectly acceptable, because your focal point is going to be your ballerinas, so or whichever animals you're going to put on there, so it doesn't matter too much. So there we go, there's Evelyn's finished coloured piece. So once you've got the colour that you want, literally just lay it over your card so that you've got as much of the card covered as you want it to be. So you just want a couple of little triangles free, really, and you might have to wiggle the paper around to get the triangles exactly where you want them to be. Okay, so I would say that is about right for Evelyn's card and her paper. And then, so this is on the front of the card. What I've then done is I've literally turned it over. So hold it very still, turn it over, and then mark the edge of the paper gently of where you want to cut away. And there you go. You've then got the shape that you want to cut away, and where you want to kind of lose that bit of excess paper. So do you want me to cut these bits away for you? Yeah. Okay, let me get my big scissors here. And you could do this on the trimmer, but equally, it's just as easy to do it with a pair of scissors, to be truthful. So then you can check and make sure that it's going to be where you want it to be. Yeah. Line it up. And just cut that excess away, and then you can stick it down. Might be a good idea to use kind of either tape right to the very edges or wet glue for this, because you obviously want to get your pattern paper right into the corners. So a bit like that is how you're going to do it. You still might find that you've got a bit of overlap, and that is absolutely fine. You can go back and trim again afterwards if you want to. Put it out of the way there. So you'll just then have just a couple of little, so there's hardly any wastage with this paper as well, just a couple of little triangles that you're chopping off and getting rid of. Okay. So that is how you get that patterned paper, oh, there's another triangle there, coloured and stuck onto your card, covering the whole card front. You just need to wiggle it around until you've got the corners covered, and a couple of blank triangles in the corner, unless of course you want to do a straight strip down the middle or across the centre, or whatever you want to do with it, obviously is absolutely fine. So you're going to glue that on flat onto the card, trim off any excess if you've still got a little bit of excess in the corners there. Choose your animals. So I've got a dancing tiger and a hippo for the top and bottom. Oh, Evelyn's got a little cat and a tiger. Well, should we have the tiger down the bottom and the cat up the top there, doing their ballet? And then I just wanted to show you how I've got the ribbon on the back of this sentiment as well. Okay, so Evelyn, if I give you those back to stick down, and my animals are stuck flat to the card, and I will just show you how I got my sentiments on the card. Did I get out a clear block? No. Get a clear block out. So, piece of scrap paper for the scrap basic white for my sentiment. Let's go with the same one. It's your special day. So mount it onto your clear block. And you're just going to stamp your sentiment, obviously. Let's find a clean corner to stamp it on. There we go. I'll give it Evelyn that one's clean. Do you mind cleaning that one for me, please? And then I'm going to trim it down to the size that I want it to be. So I literally just want the words. So I'm just going to trim it off as a rectangle. Nothing fancy here at all. There we go. So I've got my rectangle ready to go. And then in order to get the ribbon across the back, what I usually do is make sure I've got it up the right way so that I've got the words facing me. Turn it over so that the words are the right way up but face down now, and then stick the ribbon onto the back. So if I grab a bit of Evelyn's ribbon and just stick it across the back of that label, you can just about see through the label, through the ribbon, sorry, to see that you've got it in the right place. So if I just snip off a little short length of that, and you want to keep this amount of ribbon that you're using to the minimum because you want the rest of this ribbon for your little raccoon card in a moment. So I usually put a bit of tape on the back because that's just a little bit easier to kind of manage where your ribbon's going then. So just a bit of tape across the middle, peel it off, the backing off, and then stick that ribbon across the middle so that it's nice and secure. And when you turn it over, you should have a little bit of ribbon poking out the bottom. If you've not got enough, like I don't have quite enough, it's really easy then to just peel it off and adjust it and re-stick it. There we go. See, that's got a bit more on it that time. And then you can, oh thanks, that's your card, brilliant. You can then trim it, trim the ends as you would do with if you were doing a bow or something. Just snip the ends, and then you've got it ready to stick in the middle of your card. Do you want me to stick this one on, or are you gonna, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna add 3D pads on the back so that the sentiment's raised. Doesn't matter that there's a little bit of tape still showing. That doesn't matter. It won't adhere to the centre of the card as long as you've got a few little dimensionals or a strip of dimensional foam padding through the back. But it's much easier to manage if you stick anything that's poking out the back of a sentiment, like ribbon, for example, or if you've got leaves sometimes as well that you want to stick out of the, you want poking out from behind your sentiment. Actually, if you stick them to the back of your sentiment, then everything kind of stays put where you want it to be. So there we go. Just makes life a little bit easier to handle. You don't, anything that makes it less fiddly, I think is really a good thing. Particularly if you're doing multiples of a card. Well, we were talking earlier about Christmas. Once you get to Christmas and you start doing multiples of your Christmas cards, then anything to make it less fiddly and things is got to be better, hasn't it, really? So there we go. So let's just hold that one. Oops, let's just hold that one up to the camera a bit closer so you can see. Let's get it in the middle there. Evelyn, you can have yours back. Thank you. I got it in the middle there. Can't seem to get there. There we go. That's better. So yeah, the animals are flat down, fussy cut, and then your sentiment is in the middle. Okay. Right, I'll leave that one on view and let's have another raffle ticket, shall we? So we've now got left the lemon lolly ribbon, which is the yellow ribbon with the silver edging to it, or the clear blockade. Let's have a look. Let's have that. Right, who have we got this time? It is number 232. So if you're 232, shout now and tell me what you would like. If you're watching on replay and it's less than a month since this was filmed live, so if this is before the end of August and you are watching on replay, you can still claim your prize. Once we go beyond a month, so once we get to next month's card club, then I do put them back into my raffle pot. But if you are watching on the replay, you can claim any time up to the next card club. Okay. So if you're number 232, please shout now, let me know, and more importantly, let me know what you would like. And then I can stick your name on your prize. No takers? No takers yet. Okay, I will stick number 232 to my camera stand and we'll see if we get anyone claim later on. You might be intently crafting and not be able to find your raffle ticket at this point, of course. Anything's possible. Okay. Can you give me some thumbs up if you're happy to move on? Like I said before, you might not have your animals finished yet, but I do want to show you how to make the last two in good time. So if you're happy to move on, let's have some thumbs. Oh, loads of thumbs up. Amazing. Right. Let's go on to the next one then. Okay. We'll go on to this one. The little raccoon. I think he's really, really sweet with the balloons. So this is my party card. So you're going to start with your petal pink card base, and you're going to fold it and crease it down the spine in the same way as we always do. I think they're all portrait cards today, these ones, which is unusual for me. I try to do a mixture usually. Okay, and then you want to cut a piece of star background paper. So you need, I don't know, what are the stars on the back of, Evelyn? What's
the birthday one.
Oh, so it's the party one. So you just need to choose what creature you're going to put in the middle here first, and then with the paper that you've got left, you need to cut a piece that measures 7 centimeters by 12 centimeters, or 2 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. Now I'm going to have to measure that again because I can't remember what I said now. So this is the party raccoon.
It's 7 centimeters.
7 centimeters by 12 centimeters, or was it? 3 inches by 4 3/4 of an inch. So that's your star background paper.
It says that 7's 2 3/4.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just over 7 to be truthful, and therefore it's just under 3 inches. So I was just rounding it up for ease, really. Okay. So once you've got your star piece of paper, then you need to get all your ribbon. So Evelyn, if you pass me your star and your ribbon, I'll show you what to do. Thank you. Okay. So you've got your bit of star paper. The easiest one is the petal pink stripe down the middle. So that one goes straight down the middle of your stars. And what you will need to do is you'll need to put a bit of tape on the back so that you can tape these straight down, okay? So don't forget, you're going to be wrapping some more tape around, some more ribbon around in a moment. So rather than sticking it to the card, I am going to stick the tape to the ribbon to make sure that I don't get stickiness everywhere. So it needs to go right straight down the middle of the card. And your first one is straight down, a straight line down the centre. So let's just chop that off so we know what we're dealing with. You've still got quite a lot of that petal pink left, actually. And this one, this is quite stretchy, this stripy ribbon, this petal pink ribbon. So feel free to give it a bit of a tug and make sure that it's straight if you want to. So I need another bit of tape on the other end. And then peel the end of that off. I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight down the middle there, and then so pull it nice and tight and stick it to the back. So your first bit is your petal pink, which goes straight down the centre of the card. Okay. The green bit, the lemon lime twist, is a cross. So you start from the left-hand side of your petal pink ribbon, cross over the centre to the right-hand bottom side, and then straight up the back to that left side, and then cross over again to the bottom left. So you're just crisscrossing over the card, and then where it all joins in the middle is where you're going to stick your raccoon image on the scalloped shape, okay, on the plate there. So start at that top left hand corner, across the middle, down to the bottom right, up to the top right, and across and down to the bottom left. So the best way to do it is to start by taping that top left piece down first. So let's just add a bit of tape over that one. For this one, I am going to stick over the top, because at this point you're just going to crisscross, and then you're going to take the backing off anyway. So across to the bottom right. As I come up, I'm actually going to stick another bit of tape there so that it stays put. So I'm just going to stick my scissors on the top a moment to hold it in place. Another bit of tape over the top so that it stays put where I want it to be. Up to the opposite top corner and back down again. And again, you can stick it on the back as you go over if you want to hold it in place. anything to keep that tape where you want it, the ribbon where you want it to go. So just checking again, I'm happy with where it's crossing in the middle there. Yeah, I'll be fine. And when you actually stick it down, and then when you stick your raccoon over the top, you'll find that, because often the paper, like mine's doing, gets a bit curly, but you will find that that won't be the case once you stuck it flat down on the card. So there we go. So you've got that ribbon crisscrossing over the top of the petal pink. Okay, and it doesn't matter that where it crosses isn't right in the centre. Evelyn, can you pass me your yellow scallop shape? Thank you. Just that bit, thanks. So it doesn't matter, because once you put your yellow frame over the top, you can't see where it actually crosses underneath. So it's, again, you know, an easy way to do it. Okay, so once you've got your ribbon wrapped all around your card and you've got that crisscross, you need to stick tape across the back or glue or whatever you're going to stick it down with, and stick it to your card front. And you're sticking it right in the centre of your card. Excuse me while I have a little slurp of my tea while you're doing that. So the frames that we're using, these little scalloped kind of border plates and scalloped frames, they come from the Contoured Dies set. In case you haven't seen those before, I'll just find them so you can see what else you get in that set. Because there's a couple of really nice frames in there. There we go. So it's this Scalloped Contours is the dies that we're using today. So you get 5 different little plates and frames. You've got a border scalloped sort of semicircle border, and then you've got 2 flowers that you can cut out as well. So the Scalloped Contours, those dies are, in case you're wondering. And also got lots of green lemon lime ribbon left over as well, so you can make tags and things with that if you want to, or whatever else, as you'll also no doubt have lots of little creatures left over, so you can make coordinating tags to go with your cards perhaps, or some bunting or whatever. If you were making these as a child's birthday card, then there's lots of options for adding extras really, with all the leftover little animals. And this is just a 1/6 of each sheet is what you've got, and you've got all of those animals just out of a 1/6 of a sheet. So thinking about the sweet share, you would then have a whole sheet, so you're 1/6 of a pack, sorry, of each sheet, but that's what you've got tonight. But with the sweet share, you would have half a pack, so you're going to have one whole sheet of the individual animals. So that's quite cool. Okay. So once you've got your patterned paper and covered in the ribbon and stuck to the front of the card, then you want to stick your scalloped plate over the middle. So for mine, I found it easiest to add some 3D pads. So I've got 3D strips that I put on the back of square kind of and rectangular images, and I find that the easiest. But if you were using ordinary dimensionals, I'd use the large dimensionals and put perhaps 1 in each corner and maybe 1 in the 2 centres of the long sides perhaps. So 1 in each corner. Just don't be tempted to go over the border edge, because you'll be able to see it because there's a slit in the border of these. So I would kind of go something like that, so that you've got plenty of support, because you don't want a soggy, saggy middle, do you? And the weight of your little raccoon might bring the middle of the paper down, and you don't want that. So let's just take the backing off of these. And then we can stick that across the middle. And as you'll be able to see now, it does not matter where your ribbon crosses underneath, because you can't see it. You can't see where it crosses over. Okay, and then the last thing to do is just put your little animal in the middle. So Evelyn, I'll give that back to you so you can add your raccoon or whatever you've got to go in the middle there. And that is number 3 finished. So that's quite an easy one. And again, he's a black and white line drawing. So if you want to colour him in, give him a bit more of a personality, then you can. He'd probably look quite cute, kind of grey browny, and then with perhaps a mottled tail or something. So if you want to colour him in, then you can. Feel free. Or if you're using one of the other ones, I think the elephant would go really nice on this this card as well, with the bunting. Okie dokie, right, while people are finishing that one off, let's have another raffle prize, shall we? And then we've only got one more card to go. What have you done? What have you done? Oh, she stuck her creature up the wrong way. Let's see if we can peel him off.
Oh, yeah.
She stuck her raccoon up the wrong way. Let's just have a look. We've got the raccoon opening the wrong way. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get him off. You might be all right if you've not stuck him too firm. Yeah, he's coming off. It's all good. Don't panic. It's all fine. There we go.
Just because you gave it to me the wrong way.
Oh, it's mine. It'd be my fault. There we go. There we go. There you are. Evelyn's coloured hers in. Look, so mine is the line drawing. Evelyn's is coloured in. He's really cute. Love him. He's great. There you go. That just goes to show, never panic if you stick something the wrong way up. It's just an opportunity. I had a beautiful, beautiful watercolour birthday card that one of my friends had actually painted for me, and she'd painted the whole image up the wrong way, so it opened the wrong way round, and she wasn't bothered and I wasn't bothered. It didn't make any difference to it standing up on the mantelpiece. It was a beautiful, beautiful card. Anyway, so we're back to the lemon lolly ribbon, or block A, clear block A. Oops, let's have that one. And it is 233. Who's got 233? So we've got 232 and 233.
3-4.
Was it 234 the first one? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was as well, all in a row. So yeah, 232 or 233. If that is yours, shout now and tell me what you would like. And then I will stick your name on it. Anybody type in 233, 232 or 233. Nobody wants to claim it.
I've had 233, 234 and 232.
That's because we had such a good run last month, you see, because I managed to get rid of all my raffle prizes on the night last month, which was brilliant. So I'll hang on to them in case anybody wants to come back and admit that they've now found their raffle ticket. But oh, Sally's lost her sloth. Oh dear, I thought you were going to tell me you'd won the raffle for a moment. She's lost her sloth. That's no good, is it? I bet it's under the table. That's always where things are in this house. When we're crafting, Evelyn and I, you can guarantee that the one bit of bling or whatever it is that we are looking for is always under the table, inevitably. Okie dokie. Right then, let's put that one to one side. So this is card number 4. This is our final card that we're going to make. And this is so much easier than it looks, honestly, because you're just going to cover the front of your card. So you will have a card in your kit that looks a bit like that, and you just need to fold it and crease it in the usual way. And then you're going to open it out again and work out which is the front. So it's probably best to just lie it down face up. and put your patterned paper over the top so that you know that it's definitely going to cover it. Now you can either do what we did before and cut around, you know, turn it over and then draw round where the paper needs to go, or you can put glue all over the whole of the front because you're covering the entire front of the card, and then put your pattern paper on and then trim it, whichever you prefer. But your patterned kind of zigzag paper covers the whole of the front of the card and is flat down onto the card front. Okay. So just give everybody a bit of time to do that one. And just make sure that obviously when you're sticking patterned paper to the edge to edge on a card front, you obviously need to make sure that your tape or glue or whatever is close enough to the edge so that you don't get any curling edges of paper, you don't get any lifting with your patterned paper. But if you're using wet glue, you just need to be really careful that the glue's not going to squidge out the corners. I speak from experience because I've done this myself before. And what tends to happen is that whilst you can wipe it away and you can use a glue eraser when it's dry, anything like that, it still tends to stick to the corners of the envelope once you put it in the envelope, because no matter how hard you try, it's always going to be a little bit tacky. So it's probably better if you can use not go completely to the edges so that you don't get any kind of wet glue oozing out of the corners, really, if you can manage that. So that zigzaggy paper is just flat down on the front of your card, and then you can start to think about which image are you going to use. So for this one, as you can see, I've gone to the musical sheet and I've got the singing turtle. But you can use whichever image you want out of your papers, whatever you've got left. We haven't used any of the crafting animals, so you could go with the cooking goat or something if you like, or whatever you want. Whatever suits who you're going to make it for, really. So the way that I've cut out the turtle was I just made sure, or whichever image you're going to use, I just made sure that he would fit inside the blue framed piece that you've got, so that extra matte layer. So you can either lay that over the top and then cut round it, or you can measure it and then cut your piece to go inside to be small enough to fit just inside the blue plate, whichever you prefer. Again, he's got quite a bit of black and white line drawing on him, as have some of the little notes around the outside and his microphone, so if you want to add more colour, you can. I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody's made. I can't wait to see everyone's posts afterwards with the pictures of their animals and who they've chosen and what activities we've got going on our card fronts. That'll be brilliant. So my turtle is flat layered onto the blue frame, and then the blue frame and my congratulations sentiment are both on 3D dimensionals, and I've just added a string bow on the side. So I've just stuck it on with a glue dot. Mine, I've just done a double bow and then stuck it on with a glue dot, but you could wrap it round the card if you wanted to. Completely up to you. If that's a easier way to kind of secure the bow to the card, or you can go without the bow altogether. Whatever you like. And as you've got leftovers of the ribbon, you might find that actually the lemon lime twist is the colour of his shell, so that goes really well together as well. So you could have a ribbon that's lemon lime twist, maybe, if you prefer a ribbon bow rather than a string bow. But yeah, this is such an easy one to to do this shaped card. And when you give a card like this, people think you've been incredibly clever to hand cut out this image, this shape, and make it identical front and back, when actually it's just a die that you've hung over the edge, so that you don't cut off the spine of your card. So it's super simple. And I will give you a little heads up as well, little sneak of what's coming in the Christmas catalogue. So in the Christmas catalogue, we have deckled layering circles, and you'll be able to make circular cards from them as well, which is really exciting. There we go. Evan's got the flute playing frog on the front of hers. He's really cute. I like him.
He's my favourite.
He's your favourite. He's an ace. No sentiment, as always, so she can add it. No ribbon? Don't want a ribbon on there? No? So I think the lay it on the top so you can see the lemon lolly ribbon would look. Lemon lolly. God, I'm getting my colours mixed up now. Lemon lime twist. That would look quite cool as well on the side. I think that goes quite nicely with it. Anyway, totally your choice. It's your card. So there we go. So I've got one more card that I want to show you that you don't have in your pack, but I wanted to share what we did at Coffee Club this month, because it was really good fun, and I just wanted to show you perhaps some of the range of things that we make at Coffee Club. Because although Coffee Club is aimed at a crafter who perhaps just wants to make a quick card, with friends, you know, chatting at the same time, because we do it either live in person here at my house in the daytime or on Zoom in the evening, but we're able to have a chat and a coffee and everything while we're doing it. Or it's aimed at the crafter who maybe doesn't have lots of kit. So I provide everything. You don't have to have anything other than adhesives for Coffee Club. But that doesn't mean that we don't make some cool, fun, challenging cards. So I wanted to show you what we did this month using the Zoo Crew suite. So we did a zigzag card. So this is the one we did using the cooking goat. And as you can see, it's when it stands up, it's a zigzag, and this is a craft card technique that we're going to come back to actually. So I have another lovely card that I want to make using the zigzag card technique. So and you can make it out of a single sheet of A4, or you can make it out of, we made these out of half a sheet of 12 by 12, but you can easily make it out of a sheet of A4 as well. So yeah, it doesn't take gallons of cardstock to make them either. So I just wanted to show you another different one that we made using the same Zoo Crew suite. So let's bring in all the cards that we've done tonight so you can just see all the different ones that we've done. There we go. That's all of them. Lay them up and then I can take a photograph in a moment as well. So as usual, I will take a photo of these cards and I'll put another post on underneath the video in the Facebook group where you can then take photos of your cards, click on the comments, and when you write in the comment, there's an opportunity to add a little photo. If you go on the little camera image, then you can add a photo into the comments. If you add a photo of what you've made tonight, it doesn't matter that your designs might be different, your choices, your layouts might be different, that's all fine. Gives us all ideas. And then everybody who shares photos of what they've made before Sunday will be entered into the prize draw. So that's brilliant. Okay, so just going to turn the camera around again a moment. Let's just take that out a minute. Hello. Oh, let me move my chair back a bit too close to the camera there. That's better. Fab. Okay, so I hope everybody that's been crafting live with me tonight has had a fun night and hope you are pleased with what you've made. well done to anyone who's run a raffle prize. Don't forget, if you were not crafting live tonight, which I'm assuming that the other two raffle prize winners were not, then don't hesitate to tell me that you've won a prize. You can claim up until the next monthly card club, and the next monthly card club will be on the 31st of August. And I will be getting kits out to people next week, because I'm going on holiday after that. So I will be getting kits out in the post next week for people who have them postally. Anybody who collects from me will probably be that week running up to Card Club on the 31st. So that'll be the bank holiday Monday kind of week, because I won't be around for people to collect before that. Okay, so yeah, don't forget, if you want to join in the sweet share, either for the daisies, which was July's sweet share, or if you've loved using the Zoo Crew tonight and you think, do you know what, I could make lots of different things with that, it's a great way to get in on the action without having to spend a fortune, and you know, without having to commit to a whole pack of paper or loads of reels of ribbon or whatever else it is that you might, you know, not want to do. So there will be an email coming out with all the details in the next couple of days, and also I will post a photograph of the sweet share onto the Facebook page as well. So if you fancy the sweet share, then do let me know. Okay, other than that, thanks for joining me again, and Evelyn, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hi.